Welcome to your second masterclass. I'm Jimena Holiday, and today I'm going to review and test you on what you've been studying over the last 4 weeks. Let's start with a quick review of Units 6 to 11 of the Student's Manual. We've seen prepositions like in front of, behind, next to, together with object pronouns. For example, I'm sitting in front of him, and she's standing next to me. How do you say, están sentados detrás de ella? Yep, that's it. They're sitting behind her. Then, of course, you've studied the present continuous, which is formed with to be plus the ing form. What am I doing? I'm talking. I'm breathing. I'm speaking in English. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm not reading a newspaper. I'm giving a class. You're listening to me. We've also seen the possessive adjectives. This is my book. That's your pen. Those are our children. And how would you say, Francia es famosa por su vino? Yes, France is famous for its wine. What about the Saxon genitive? Can you translate, el libro de María está al lado del de Pepe? I hope you're not tempted to say, the Maria's book. No, no, no. In English we say, Maria's book is next to Pepe's. Moving on to there plus to be. Let's review the singular. There's a book on the floor. There isn't a mobile on the floor. Then the question and short answer. Is there a pen on the table? Yes, there is. There are 3 pens on the table. Is there an egg on the table? No, there isn't. So yes, let's keep reviewing that plural. There are books on the table. Remember that in the negative and plural we use any. There aren't any books on the floor. Are there any books on the table? Yes, there are. Are there any cats in this room? No, there aren't. Now, how about how many? Yes, we use it with plurals and for countable things. So how many books are there on the table? How many children do you have? How many people are there? Don't forget that people is always plural in English. And if it's uncountable, what do we use? That's right, how much? How much money is there in your pocket? How much time do we have? How much sugar do you take in your tea? And I'm sure you're experts on ordinal numbers and dates. So what day is it today? Today's the, for example, 3rd of March, the 1st of April, the 25th of October. Always the ordinal number plus of plus the month. And don't forget the. And what about the preposition when we're talking about specific days? For example, when's Christmas? It's on the 25th of December. When's New Year's Eve? On the 31st of December. That's right. When's my birthday? My birthday is on the 2nd of July. So, you've got it. And the imperative, wow, this is easy. Remember that the imperative in English is just the basic verb form without any pronouns. Go away. Come here. Get up. Open the window. Close the door. Write that down. Tell me, etc. So, possessive pronouns, you know this as well. Yes, I'm sure you do. This book is mine. Great. The other book is yours. His, that's right, his is the green one. Hers, it's that white one there. Ours is that huge one at the bottom. Theirs is the small one. So be careful not to say the mine or the yours. We never use the article with mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. So, el mío está al lado del tuyo is mine is next to yours. And you remember how to express age? For example, how old is the President of Spain? He's 61 years old, or simply he's 61, but never he's 61 years. And the frequency adverbs, always, usually, often, sometimes, never, etc. Yeah, it's important to remember that they go after the verb to be. I'm always hungry. Yep. She's never tired. We're usually happy. we're usually happy. There it is, after the verb to be. However, with all the other verbs, the frequency adverbs go before the verb. For example, I often go there. He sometimes calls me. We always do our homework. And you've studied the use of several important verbs like to last, durar, and to try, intentar. How long does the class last? It lasts, yes, you have to be careful with the pronunciation. It lasts 30 minutes. Are you trying to impress me? Yes, I'm trying to make a good impression. And finally, let's quickly review to like and to enjoy. What's so special about them? Well, the verb after to like can be an infinitive or a gerund. I like to read. I like reading. But after enjoy, the verb has to be a gerund. I enjoy reading. I enjoy giving this class. Now I'm going to test you on some tricky words that you've been looking at in your translation lists. Let's start with prestar atención a, which is to pay attention to. Very good. Yes, we pay attention in English, pagarlo. And attention is pronounced attention. Good. To pay attention. Excellent. To pay attention to. Pay attention to me, please. We've got more to do. De vez en cuando, now and then. Excellent. I love this saying. Now and then I go swimming. Now and then I like to paint. Or you can also say, I occasionally like to paint. Both are correct, but I prefer now and then. And what about incapaz de? This is translated as incapable of. I'm incapable of speaking Chinese. What about semáforo? You know this one, it's traffic light. Nice and easy. And nombrar? Not so easy. It's not to name. We appoint someone. They appointed him as CEO, for example. Medir is to measure. And the pronunciation of the S-U-R-E at the end is sh. Measure. Excellent. Fracasar? To fail. I hope you're not failing at your English. I'm sure you're not. Inesperado is, it's not unexpected, it's unexpected. Yes, unexpected. The snow was very unexpected. Conseguir resultados? How do we translate this? We use to get. You get results. To get great results, for example. Beneficiarse de is, in this case, to benefit from. The de translates as from. To benefit from. You know this. Great. Hacia adelante? Forward. Ortografía? Spelling. Excellent. Spelling, no. Spelling. And raro, how do we translate that? We use strange. Again, strange, no. Strange. He's a little strange. Cariñoso? Affectionate. I love this word as well. Affectionate. Say it faster. Affectionate. There it is. Máquina de coser. How do we say this? It's a sewing machine. Sewing, no. Sewing machine. One more time. Sewing machine. Perfect. Oficina central. These are headquarters. Listen to the pronunciation. Headquarters. Excellent. Rayo? Lightning. Yes. Or relámpago. Lightning. Lightning. Very thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. Trigo? Wheat. Okay, the WH at the beginning. Wheat. Wheat. I hope you don't have a wheat allergy. Trueno? Oh, I've already said it. It's, you remember? I said it 2 seconds ago. Thunder. Excellent. And atar? To tie. That's it. Just like corbata. To tie, in this case, the verb. Dar la mano is to shake hands. Wonderful. And poco profundo? This is shallow. Shallow. Deep and shallow. Emocionante? It's very exciting. Yes. And the last one. Oh, this is exciting. It's the last one. It's mantenimiento. Maintenance. Ah, you're all experts at this. Now I'm going to put you to the test with some translations from the translation list you've been seeing in frases clave. Let's start with ha habido un malentendido. There's, that's right, there's been a misunderstanding. There's been a misunderstanding. Él no puede guardar un secreto. He can't keep a secret. Excellent. He can't keep a secret. No te preocupes. No dolerá. Don't worry, it won't hurt. Yes, doler, to hurt. Don't worry, it won't hurt. No sé de lo que estás hablando. I don't know what you're talking about. Remember, to talk about something. I don't know what you're talking about. Say it like this. I don't know what you're talking about. Even faster. I don't know what you're talking about. Perfect. No lo pude evitar. I couldn't. You didn't say avoid, did you? I couldn't help it. Yes, I couldn't help it. Es fácil para ti decir eso. It's easy for you to say that. It's easy for you to say that. Very good. If you say it faster, you sound much more native. It's easy for you to say that. Perfect. ¿Dónde has estado últimamente? Where have you been últimamente? Lately. Excellent. Tengo ganas de escuchar música. Tengo ganas. That's it. I feel like, now don't mess up the last bit. I feel like listening to music. Very good. ¿Cuánto tiempo nos queda? How much time do we have left? Yes, so many little bits to think about there. How much time do we have left? No te preocupes. Tendré cuidado. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Very good. So always, don't worry, no te preocupes. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Sugiero que pidamos prestado el dinero. I suggest, there it is. I suggest we borrow the money. Todo el mundo será informado mañana. Everyone will be informed tomorrow. That's it. No has hecho un gran esfuerzo. You haven't, now, do or make, do or make. Make, that's it, you haven't made a big effort. ¿Qué os pasa? What happens with you? No, it's what's the matter with you? Excellent. What's the matter with you? El dinero no crece en los árboles. Money doesn't grow on trees. What a shame. No los despiertes. Don't wake them up. That's it. Don't wake up them. No. Don't wake them up. ¿Tienes una coartada? Do you have... coartada, what's this? It's an alibi. That's right. And as it starts with an A, you need the an. Do you have an alibi? ¿Qué piensas hacer? What are you planning to do? Ooh, what are you planning to do? Faster. What are you planning to do? Me apañaré. Do you remember this phrasal verb? I'll get by. Very, very good. And llámame una vez que hayas terminado. Llámame una vez que hayas terminado. Call me. Very good. Call me once you've finished. Perfect. So by now you've studied and read 8 stories from our book, Stories Around the World. Almost all of these tales and stories are from Argentina. Let's see what you remember from the first one, the legend of the Calafate. Who were the Tehuelches? That's right, they were nomad hunters that lived in Patagonia. And according to the legend, what happened to the old healer Cunex when she couldn't migrate north with the rest of the tribe? Exactly. She stayed behind and turned into a bush of yellow flowers that turned into fruits in the summer. The second story, the Pachamama, or Mother Earth, is about a man who gets punished by the goddess of the earth because he unnecessarily killed animals. How does he get punished? Correct! First he loses his mule and then he loses his only son. Moving on to Cachiota and the Magic Waters, a legend about the origins of the thermal waters of Cachuete in Mendoza. Can you tell me what the Emperor Atahualpa offered the white man in exchange for his freedom? Yes, very good. He promised them a room full of gold. And what happened when his warriors, led by Cachiota, arrived with all the gold? Yes, they killed them and tried to take the gold. But what happened to the gold? Exactly, it turned into hot water, which is said to be Cachiota's spirit. The fourth legend is about the origin of yerba mate, the plant that the famous mate tea is made from. In the story, the moon and the cloud come to earth in the form of... Yes, that's right, in the form of two beautiful girls. And why do they reward an Indian man by giving him the plant? Correct, because he saved them from being killed by a jaguar. Then there's the legend of the whale, which is about a giant whale called Goose. Where does he live? Yes, he lives on land amongst the Tehuelches. What happens every time the whale yawns? Exactly, he swallows up anything that's around him. Trees, houses, people, everything. And how does Elal, one of the chiefs, resolve the situation? Yes, he decides that Goose shall live in the sea, where he can move and even jump in the air. And what do you remember about the tale called Music in the Mountains? It tells the tale of Chuku, an Amairan boy who lived near the Andes. What musical instrument did he carve? Yes, he carved a quena, an Indian flute. The seventh legend from Argentina is about the Lalin volcano. According to the legend, who lived on the summit of the volcano? Correct, Pijan, the god of evil, who provoked volcanic eruptions when the tribespeople hunted deer on the mountain. And finally, let's look at the first story from the Gambia series. It's about a girl called Adele, who lives in a village near the capital. One morning she wakes up to find that she can't go to school. Why? Exactly, because it had rained the night before and the path to school was flooded. And what did the village do when Adele and her friends found sacks of sand? Yes, that's it. They built a bridge by placing one sack after another along the edge of the path. Over the past 4 weeks, you've studied pages 33 to 47 of Interviews in English. So now I'm going to test you on some of the grammar points, expressions and vocabulary. For example, how do we say sé conciso y agradable? Keep it short and sweet. Very good. Now, this may seem basic, but what's currículo in English? We say CV, which is short for curriculum vitae. In the States, it's also common to use resume. Just don't say curriculum, because a curriculum in English refers to the subjects you study at school and translates as plan de estudios. So remember, it's CV, good, or resume. All right, now more vocabulary. How do you say yo fortalecí? I strengthened. Very good. And actitud amistosa y profesional? That's it. In English, we say friendly and professional attitude or friendly and professional manner. Now, can you translate the sentence? Fortalecí las relaciones con los clientes gracias a mi actitud amistosa y profesional. Of course you can. I strengthened relationships with clients thanks to my friendly and professional manner. Excellent. In the chapter about the CV format, you came across to glance at. What does it mean? Ojear, that's it. There's also the expression at first glance, a primera vista. For example, the format of your CV should be impeccable so that you make a good impression at first glance. Now, what are the headings, encabezamientos, that you should include in your CV? Most importantly, contact details, not personal data, and employment history or relevant experience. And within this section, good headings are position held, cargo desempeñado, and main responsibilities, principales responsabilidades. When you list your previous positions and responsibilities, it's of course important to be concise, so you can omit the subject and use conjunctions like when or while, followed by the gerund. For example, instead of saying, I displayed an upbeat attitude when I dealt with customers, you can write, displayed an upbeat attitude when dealing with customers. Now it's your turn. How could you express the following sentence in a more concise way? I maintained a hands-on attitude when I coached my sales team. Very good. Maintained a hands-on attitude when coaching my sales team. Of course, remember that you can only omit the subject when you write a list of experiences and responsibilities on your CV. And finally, let's review the different ways we can say referencias disponibles si se solicitan. What's the most common expression? Excellent. References available on request, or references available upon request. Here you can use on or upon interchangeably. And when you talk to someone about your references, make sure you say references with emphasis on the first E. Say it with me. References. 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 Very well done. So now I hope you're ready to review some phrasal verbs that you've been looking at over the last few weeks. We're going to start with to add on, which is añadir or agregar. Now, translate the following sentence and do it, carefully. Think of everything, especially your pronunciation. Los creadores añadieron una característica nueva. Ready? The creators, I prefer developers, the developers added on a new feature. Feature. So faster. The developers added on a new feature. Very good. What about un dormitorio nuevo fue añadido? A new bedroom was added on. That's right, added. It's not added, it's added. A new bedroom was added on. Excellent. So now for another one. Let's review to put on, añadir o poner. Se me olvidó poner tu nombre en la lista de invitados. I forgot, in the past tense, I forgot to put on your name. No, to put your name on the guest list. That's right, we have to get the order right. So let's repeat that sentence. I forgot to put your name on the guest list. Excellent. Now, for to stick on. Yes, let's imagine a sticker. To stick on. Pegar o poner. No pegues nada en las paredes. No. Don't stick anything on the wall. Again, you can't say don't stick on anything the walls. Okay, so one more time. Don't stick anything on the walls. Excellent. How about to carry on? Do you remember what this means? That's right, it's seguir o continuar. El boxeador no podía seguir. The boxer, excellent, negative, couldn't. The boxer couldn't carry on. To keep on, remember this one? This is another way of saying seguir haciendo algo o no parar. Mi ordenador no para de colgarse. No, my computer keeps on crashing. So, my computer keeps on crashing. Faster. My computer keeps on crashing. Angrier. My computer keeps on crashing. Yes, these have to become something that you can say naturally, that comes from your heart. Oh, it keeps on crashing. Excellent. Él seguía conduciendo aunque tenía sueño. Muy mal, ¿eh? He kept on driving. Exactly, it's the past tense here. He kept on driving even though, that's the pronunciation there, even though he was tired. Tired! So, that sentence again. He kept on driving even though he was tired. Faster. He kept on driving even though he was tired. As I said, terrible. Always stop for a break. Now, let's continuar. Let's go on. This also translates as hablar mucho de algo o seguir. So, no podemos continuar sin ellos. We can't go on without them. Para de hablar tanto de tu nueva novia. It's a bit mean. Stop going on about. Remember, stop plus the gerund. Stop going on about your new girlfriend. So in this case, we need the preposition about. Stop going on about your new girlfriend. Excellent. And now, to log in. This means iniciar sesión, entrar o conectar. You can also say to sign on. Cuando intento entrar, recibo un mensaje de error. When I try to log on, I get an error message. Yep, that's right. When I try to log on, I get an error message. Inicia sesión y mira tu correo. Un usuario desconocido ha iniciado sesión. Uh-oh. So this means an unidentified user has signed on. Yeah, look at your account. Sign on and check. An unidentified user has signed on. What about to clock on? Fichar a la entrada. ¿A qué hora fichas? What time do you clock on? Very good. And another one with on, to put on, ponerse, ropa, complementos. Put on a scarf. It's freezing outside. What does this mean? Ponte una bufanda. ¿Hace un frío fuera? What about to try on? Well, this means probarse. Me gustaría probarme esa camisa, por favor. I'd like to try that shirt on, please. Pruébate una talla más pequeña. Try on a smaller size. Excellent. And the last one, yes, we've made it. To have on, llevar puesto. ¿Por qué llevas puesto tu abrigo? Why do you have your coat on? It's so hot in here. Welcome to the 7th and last part of this masterclass. I'm going to review some of the key vocabulary, phrasal verbs and expressions that you've come across in the business paragraphs 33 to 64. Let's get started with paragraph 33. How do we say, los tiempos han cambiado? I hope you're not saying the times have changed. It's times have changed. Good. And in the present continuous, los tiempos están cambiando? Very good. Times are changing. Again, without the article. In paragraph 34, you came across extinguirse, which is 2 words in English. To become extinct. Excellent. By the way, a phrasal verb that means the same is to die out. So you can say, for example, dinosaurs died out millions of years ago, or dinosaurs became extinct millions of years ago. Let's continue with paragraph 37. How do we say, pagar tu préstamo de estudiante? To pay off your student loan. Keep in mind that we use to pay off in the context of debts, credits, loans, mortgages, etc. So, how would you translate estoy pagando mi hipoteca? That's it! I'm paying off my mortgage. In paragraph 40, do you know what they'd have the times of their lives mean? It's another way of saying they had a great time, or they'd have a lot of fun. Se lo pasarían pipa, or se lo pasarían genial. Let's practice a little bit. Translate for me, nos lo pasamos pipa. We had the time of our lives. And with she as the subject, she had the time of her life. And with he had the time of his life. And what about reducir gastos de viaje from paragraph 48? How do we say that in English? Very good. To cut travel expenses, although you can say to reduce travel expenses too. In the same paragraph, we have personnel cutback, which means excellent, recorte de plantilla. So remember, recortes are cutbacks. For example, due to the recent cutbacks, we've had to reduce our marketing budget. Moving on to paragraph 50, there's the word bulk. What does it mean? Very good, it means the same as majority or most of. So, the bulk of our business translates as la mayor parte de nuestro negocio, or el grueso de nuestro negocio. How would you translate la aseguradora pagará la mayor parte de los gastos médicos? Very good. The insurance company will pay the bulk of the medical expenses. In paragraph 53, there's an interesting structure. More and more companies, which means cada vez más empresas. As you can see, cada vez más in English is more and more. So how do you say, tengo cada vez más clientes? I have more and more clients. And hay cada vez más escuelas privadas? There are more and more private schools. And the last one, cada vez más gente compra comida ecológica. More and more people buy organic food. Excellent! Talking of interesting grammatical structures, paragraph 57 starts with, I'm supposed to meet with Charlie on Monday. Se supone que quedé con Charlie el lunes. Careful. We don't say, it's supposed that I meet with Charlie, but I'm supposed to meet with Charlie. The structure is to be supposed to, okay? Your turn. Translate. Se supone que tú compres los regalos. What's that? I hope you say, you're supposed to buy the presents. And in the past, you were supposed to buy the presents. Very well done. To finish off this section and this masterclass, let's jump to paragraph 64, the last one you had to study. What does the verb to dread mean? Exactly, it means dar pavor. Me da pavor. I'm dreading it. And as a final question, what would be the opposite of I'm dreading it? I'm looking forward to it. Well done. Well, I hope you're looking forward to your next masterclass.